Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks for watching. I've got a little bit different of a video today. This one is a set building video or a set collecting video. I don't normally do set building or set collecting videos as I'm not a set collector until now, I guess. Maybe I'll become one, who knows. But at the last two card shows that I went to, I ended up coming back with these large lots of 1975 Topps. If you saw my videos, my return, card show pickups videos, you would have seen that the second to last video that I went to, I came back with a big binder filled with 75 Topps. It had some 77s and 74s in it as well, but it was mainly 75 Topps. The seller had them all marked 25 cents a piece, and they're all in super nice condition. Mostly common, some low grade cards. I think there was like Jim Codd, so there was, lower range Hall of Famers in there as well. But as I was pulling stuff out for TTM purposes, he said, why don't you just take the whole binder for 60 bucks? And I said, awesome. And we came up with a deal, and I was happy to get that binder. It was like that thick. So it had a ton in it. Didn't count them, so I don't know how much was in it, but there's a lot. And then the next show I went to, which was the Denver Card Show, I came back with this entire box filled with 75 Topps, and they were kind of rubber banded together in old crusty rubber bands by Team. It didn't look like anybody really went through them in years. So I got all those. Even though they were rubber banded, a lot of them were still in really good condition. Yeah, so got those and then had piles of them. And I wasn't sure what should I do with them. Should I just do TTM or should I try to build a set? I figured I might as well at least put them all in numerical order and see how much of the set I had. So I took all the cards I had from before, like the ones I owned, and then I took the ones from the binder as well as the box, put them all in numerical order, picked out the best looking, best eye appeal cards and put them into this binder. Yeah, so I ended up with a near complete set. I only need 24 cards for the set. I've got like little spaces of cards that I need to fill. I don't need to fill that. George Brett, which I have him in a PSA slab, so he's getting a little notation in his spot. And the cards that are missing have little things there, so I know which ones are missing. And then also for my list of 24 cards that I don't have, in case you're interested, I don't know why you would care, but if you do care, I'll show you this list here. And then on the other side of the list, I've got checklists that were marked already, like team cards and just normal checklists that had markings that I want to replace with ones that aren't checked. So I need quite a few of those as the ones I have. It seems like people are really into checking them with pen. Back in the 70s, it seemed like people didn't really do that as much, actually check them in the 80s and 90s, but back then everyone was checking them, and unfortunately those are checked, so I'll have to replace those. As far as what I need, there's some like stars that are just like Dave Parker, Steve Garvey, Steve Carlton, nobody too great, but some good ones. Jim Rice rookie, Fred Lynn rookie, Keith Hernandez rookie are some bigger cards. But the biggest one is I think card 660, Hank Aaron, which I will have to get. But I've already got the Yount, I've already got the Brett and a bunch of the others, so I might as well keep going for it. I'm not gonna just go and try to pick them all up and like I'm not gonna seek them out. Like what I was thinking is, if I go to shows and someone has a 75 Topps box, I'll bring my list with me and I'll just collect them as I come across them rather than like actively just trying to complete it as quickly as I can. That way it just kind of happens as it happens organically, and yeah, so that will be a project to work on. And then cards I already had in holders, might as well show those since we're talking about 75 Topps. One of the cards I do need in Topps, but I've got in O-Pee-Chee, is Steve Carlton, and I've got him in a PSA 7 in O-Pee-Chee. Nice card, but doesn't do much for my set, so I still got to get Steve Carlton in Topps, but that's a really nice card. I've got Al Kaline in a 5, and some of these are kind of mid-low grade, but they're still really nice cards. So yeah, we got Al Kaline highlights in a 5. And then Nolan Ryan's highlights card in a 4.5. We got Raleigh Fingers in a 5. We got a lot of 5s, but still nice cards. Here's Mike Schmidt, which I got this at the first Denver card show I ever went to, and then got it graded, and he graded in a 7. It's a really nice version of that card. And here's the Robin Yount that I have. Oh, I've had a couple. I've sold a few, but this was the best one that I've had and had graded, but this is a 6. And the centering's a little off left to right, but it's still a really nice card. So very happy to have that. Here's George Brett. He's a PSA 5, and this one I bought from a seller who routinely grades a ton of cards, and every time he ended up with like a really tough grader, he would take the cards to show and like put them in a box and mark them really cheap and just get rid of them all. This was one of those cards in a batch that he wasn't happy with, and he marked it $50 for a PSA 5, and this was on August 26, 2023 when I got this from him. And I haven't seen him at shows in a couple years, but this card looks absolutely perfect to me, except it does have like a little fisheye, little blue fisheye, like right near the T on that. But beyond that, it looks, centering's really good on that card, corners, edges, everything's sharp. It looks like a Pack Fresh card. I'm not sure if it's got some wax on it or something on the front, but I'm, you know, based on the other cards that were in the submission that were also severely low graded for that time period, I think this one probably could get a very high grade. And I'm considering cracking it and sending it. I don't know like how much worse than a 5 it can get at this point because it's such a nice card. I mean, I could probably sell this one raw for more than, because it looks, you know, it looks good. Not that I'm gonna sell it, but I just think that that one is one of the most underappreciated versions or undergraded cards that I've seen. So let me know what you guys think I should do. Should I crack this and resubmit it, or should I just keep it in my collection the way it is as a 5 and just leave it at that? But anyway, I've got that card. Love it anyway, regardless. And even on the back, just to show you the centering. Centering on the back is, it looks pretty good. I don't know. It's a little left-right off on the back, but that's not really enough to put it down to a 5. I think it's really undergraded. Next up, we've got Reggie Jackson in a 6. Great card. Here's a really nice copy of Louis Tiant, PSA 8. And then Nolan Ryan in a 4, and this is not, I've got nothing good to say about this 4. It's just a 4, and it's not a great 4. It's not a bad 4. It's just Nolan Ryan in a 4. May get a better one at some point because I like that card, and I think it's not easy to get, or it's not hard to get better than a 4 on that. It's not expensive to get better than a 4. I have a couple that were in my queue that I was going to submit for grading, which were some really clean copies of Thurman Munson and the Gary Carter rookie. But I'm not sure if I'm going to grade them at this point because grading is so expensive, but we'll see. But anyway, I've got those as well. And then the question is, what do I do with all this? This is all my excess extra cards. I've got these stacks. I've got like 5 of them, like this big. I haven't picked through them to pull out the stars. I've got, I mean, as you can see, like on the top, I've got Hank Aaron and Al Kaline and stuff. So there's still a lot of good stars in here, but I don't know if I should try to pass them along to, you know, somebody else who wants to try to build the set as well, or what. But yeah, I was going to do some of them. I was going to send TTM, so that will be a bunch of them. But there's still, some of them I've got like 5 copies of the same card, so don't know what to do with them all. I'm probably, if I just sell them in batches or lots or something, could be another thing. But let me know if you have any good ideas for what I should do with all my excess 1975 tops. But anyway, really happy to get this or to work on this set. It's a really iconic set. It's colorful, it's fun, it's got lots of just amazing cards in it, and be really fun when this is actually complete. It'll be fun collecting it and making it complete. So I don't know that I'm going to try to make any other sets or try to build any other sets, but for now, this is my 1975 Topps in the works. I can let you know on the progress of it as I complete it. If you guys care, let me know in the comments if you do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.